One of the most readable and most useful contributions in this field, published in 1989, is still The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. Covey zeroes in on the role of habits in the quest for human effectiveness, since habits allow us to act without thinking. For example, we can all tie our shoes with no trouble, since we've done it so many times. But actually learning to tie our shoes as little children with no shoe tying experience can be frustrating and time-consuming. Thus, it can be very difficult to form the productive habits we need to form. The paradox here, of course, is that we're all susceptible to bad habits as well as good habits, and our attempts to form good habits must often start with attempts to break bad habits. Once we form good habits for effective behavior and practice them over and over, however, they become second nature, so we can act on them spontaneously without thinking. The first 3 habits that Covey addresses appear under the general heading of private victory, or independence. Habit 1, be proactive, echoes Marcus Aurelius' claim that you have power over your mind, not outside events. Being proactive essentially means taking initiative. Covey encourages readers to see the potential for creative action in all situations and to take full responsibility for one's decisions. Habit 2, begin with the end in mind, encourages us to think about the longest of long-term outcomes in the consequences of our behavior. Covey suggests that we start developing this habit by imagining our own funeral and what the important people in our lives would say about us after we're gone. By matching our behavior to the idealized opinions of our loved ones and associates, we can bring our actions into alignment with our lifelong aspirations. Habit 3, put first things first, reminds us to focus as much as possible on doing what really matters. Covey urges us to remember what is important rather than merely urgent, since urgency distracts attention and forces us to neglect everything but the object of the urgency. In other words, the time to focus on important matters is when there's plenty of time to do so, before they become urgent.